Good morning, wonderfuls. Today we're going to start with a problem string, so you're going to need your journal, but you are also going to need your workbook because we have some pages we're going to work on in there together. So grab both those things, pause if you need to. You should have already taken your multiplication algorithm skill check. If you have not, really pause here, go do that, then come back. All right, let's get started with the problem string. Pause here and solve. Lots of different strategies you could have done to solve this. You might have done a ratio table to keep track of your quarters. You might have thought about 8 groups of a quarter, right? Each dollar is 4, so this would be $2, would be 8, right? You could do the same thing in a ratio table. You might have turned this into a fraction, 1/4 times 8. So 4 times what gets you 8. But the answer we should have landed at is 2. Lots of strategies, whatever one works best for you. So then, what about 26 times 8? Pause and solve that one. Okay, so if we use some of the knowledge from up above, we know that 25, right, this is 25 hundredths times 8 is 2. So if we make this 25, shove the numbers that way, 2 spots. The notable decimal's here, so we'd have to shove it over 2 spots. So 25 times 8 is 200. We're looking for 26, so one more group of 8. Again, if you used a different strategy but got the same answer, good work. Solve that one. All right, so we already know that 26 times 8 is 208. The decimal is here in this number. It's just invisible because we don't need it. I need it to go in front, so I need to shove the numbers this way, 2 spots. 1, 2. The decimal visible is there. 2 spots, 2 spots. 1, 2. So this is 208. You could have done the standard algorithm with all of these as well. I'm just showing more than one way to think. All right, 3 more. Pause and solve that one. Lots of strategies you could have done here, right? We already know that, 25, right? We know the 25 hundredths times 8, then we turned it into 25 times 8 for 200. To turn that into 80, put another 0 to the back. So lots of strategies you could have used. I'm just going to use the algorithm, so we have more practice seeing that. So 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 2 is 42. Cross that out, put a 0 so that I can work with this like it's a 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 8 is 16. 0, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There it is. So what about how about that one? Okay, so all they've done is turn this into a decimal, right? So we know that 25 times 84 is 2100. The decimal is there. We need it here, so 1, 2 spots. We're shoving the numbers that way. Here's the decimal there. We need to shove it 2 spots. 1, 2. There we are. Last one here, and then we'll jump into our workbook. Pause and solve that one. Again, lots of strategies you could have used here. So I'm going to do a ratio table this time. I'm going to think 1 is 23. So then I'm going to drop to a half. So if I cut this in half, half of 3 is 150. Half of 20 is 10. So 1150. And then to get to this 1/4, I'm going to cut this in half again. Half of 50 is 25. Oh, maybe I should save that. Half of 50 is 25. Whoa! Half of $1 is 50. Half of $10 is 5. So 5.75. 5 7/75. All right, set that off to the side. Grab your workbook. You're going to open up to page 148 to start. Today we're going to be looking at all the different strategies that we have to solve multiplication problems. Whatever strategies we have. We have lots of them. So we're going to work with the problem 25 times 64, and we're going to look at all the different strategies we have to solve that. So one strategy we have is the area model and the partial products. So pause here and solve both of these, please. Okay, so we know A is 5 times 4, which is 20. B is 5 times 60. We make the 6 easy, so 5 times 6 is 30. Put that 0 back. Then C, 20 times 4, so 2 times 4 is 8. Put the 0 back. And then 20 times 60. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 zeros. And then we add them up. 8, 9, 10. 2, so 3 is 6. And 1. And you can have the numbers in there too. The next strategy we have is doubling and halving. We did a number string or a problem string on this earlier in the unit, but that's where you double one and then you half the other. So 25 doubled is 50. If I double this one, I need to half that one in order to end up with the same answer. So a problem that's equivalent. So half of 64, so half of 4 is 2. Half of 6 is 3. And then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to double 50 to get 100. And then half 32. So double, half. So that's 1. That's 15. So 16. And then now I have this smaller problem. Now I can multiply that. So 16 with 2 zeros on the back. You've got the ratio table that helps keep track of thinking as well. So we want to get to 25 groups. This is where we're trying to land. Pause and solve this one. Okay, so I would have went 10, which would get me 640. Then you know what, I think I'd go 5 because this is pretty easy to split because I need a 5 in the end. So half of 40 is 20, half of 600 is 300, and then double that. Doubling 40 is 80, doubling 600 is 1200, and then I can put those together to get my 25. So 0 and 0 is 0, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 1. So we should keep getting the same answer all the way through. We're just using different strategies to practice all of the ones that we have. So this next one is using quarters, which is the problem string that we just did. So using a quarter as a fraction, using a quarter as a decimal, and how could you use this knowledge to solve that? Please pause and solve all 3 of those questions. Okay, so 1/4 of, so you're thinking 4 times what equals 64? And this might take a little bit of building up to actually figure out if you didn't know up above what it would be. So you might need to be thinking, okay, so we have 4 times 10, which gets you 40. Okay, and then, right, because we're trying to get all the way up to 64. So there's 40, 50, 60, so 4 times 5 is 20, so now we're at 60. And so I need one more group of 4, so 4 times 1. So here's the number of groups that it took to get there, to get to 64, so 16. Okay, so how can we use this to solve that? Well, it's the same exact answer. And then how can you use the results to find this one, 25 times 64? And the difference being, right, all it did is move place value, so you would just move place value. So simply sketching out a picture of what we've been doing, right? So 0.25 times 64, we need it to go 1, 2, 16, 1, 2, put the 2 zeros in, and your answer is it just moves place values. Okay, now, yeah. This actually says the standard algorithm. I'm not sure why these weird boxes pop up. I would like you to solve A using the standard algorithm. All right, so 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. Put the 0 in, get rid of that. Now I can treat this like a 2. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. Add those together. 0, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out so you can see all the strategies on our piece of paper here. I have to zoom out just a bit more here. There we go. So now you have, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different strategies for multiplying double-digit numbers. My question to you is, which strategy do you think is the best for this problem? Pause and fill that in here. Why do you think that? Why do you think whatever you have is the best for this problem? Now your teacher can look at this. There are lots of different strategies, and your answer might be different depending on what you feel most comfortable with. Maybe you're still struggling to get the right answer with the algorithm, so that's not your best strategy at this time. Some of you might feel really solid here and feel like these ones just cause extra work, so this might be the best strategy for you. But that's why I had you fill that in, and your teacher will take a look at it. So now I want you to turn to page 155. Page 155. Zoom in here. Just gonna do a little bit more work on the standard algorithm, get you lots of good practice before our post-test next week. So, each of these we're going to use the standard algorithm. I want you to do the first one, just the first one, and then come back and we'll check it together. Okay, so 9 times 5 is 45. This one's a little bit harder because the numbers are small and it took away the boxes. So you just have to be really precise about where you're writing, or there's lots of space beside it. You could have rewritten the problem over here to give yourself a little bit more room. I'm going to zoom way in so you can see my writing. Here we go. So then 8 times 9 is 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. 6 down here. Carry the 7. My goodness. 9 times 7 is 63. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Cross both of those out so I don't get confused. Put the 0 here. Now I can treat this as a 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 8. 8 doubled is 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Carry the 2. 3 times 7. Well, that was 24, so I can go backwards 3, which would give me 21 plus 2 more. 23. So 5, 11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30,615. How'd you do? If you kept trying, good job. If you made a mistake, but you found the error, good job. If you had a mistake and you're not sure where the error is, ask your teacher. Let us help you. All right, next one over. Solve that one, please. All right, 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. 6 times 8, I'm going to do 8 times 5 is 40. So 48. And get rid of that and put a 0. Now I can treat that like a 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. So 4, 8, 9, 10. There's 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2. 20,904. Notice I haven't put an and in any of these. There's no decimal, there's no and. All right. Solve that one, please. All right. Ooh, these are some big numbers, guys. So 8 times 3. I know I just solved that earlier, but I already forget. 8 doubled is 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 4. Carry the 2. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 2 is 42. We know that, oh, so that's 40, so this is 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Cross both those out so I don't get confused. Put my 0. Now I can work with the 9 as the 9 instead of a 90. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 5 is 45, 46, 47. 9 times 6 is 60, no. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 4 more is 58. So 4, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 6, 63,994. Okay, second one here. It says choose a problem above that you could solve easily with a different strategy. Explain which one you would use and why. Okay, so you have these 3 problems, which one could you use to solve with a different strategy? Remember, we just went through all those strategies on the other page. Which one would you use and why? Psst, you should be filling this out. Okay, so if you chose this one, it might be because you can do 804 times 25 and then add another group. That would be pretty easy. Or maybe even this one, because you could do it by 100 and then subtract 2 groups. So those would be both pretty easy to do. This one not bad either, because you could do it by 40, right? So I would use a ratio table probably for all 3 of them. And then you could up it and go backwards as needed. But whatever strategy you picked, whatever number set you picked, your teacher will check it out. Let's do some filling in the boxes. Do this first one. Okay, now remember, you can't just fill in the boxes with random numbers. You have to actually walk your way through the problem to be able to solve it. So, 6 times 7. So I'm going to do 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 7 more. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. There's the 2. Oh, see, look, this is why it's important to walk your way through it. They didn't carry the 4 up to the top, so I might have just said 36 and been done. So, 6 times 6 is 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So that first one is a 0. Cross that out. Oh, look, they didn't put the 0 in there. Now I can treat that as a 7. Well, guess what? I already know 7 times 6 gave us 42. Now I have 7 times 7, so I'm just going to add another 7 there. 7, 8, 9, so 49. There's the 9. Oh, carry the 4 up to the top again. 7 times 6, I already have that, is 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. And now I need to add them. 2, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do that one. All right, again, we can't just guess our way through it. We have to walk. So, more 7s, my goodness. 7 times 9, well, this was 7 times 7. Got us 49. So now I can use some of this knowledge, right? So now I need 7 times 9. So then I could do 7 times 2, which is 14. 7, 8, 9 groups. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 5, 6. 63. Build up from what you know. There's the 3. Carry the 6. 7 times 4. Well, 7 times 2 is 14. 14 doubled is 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. There's the 4. There's the 3. Cross that out. Put a 0. 2 times 9 is 18, so we have to carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Now we got to add it. 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 13. How we doing? Okay. I might have to zoom out a little bit so you can see this whole question on the camera. Number 4. Claudia says that 17 times 80 is the same as 17 times 8 times 10. Do you agree or disagree? Explain. Solve it. Okay, so the answer is agree. All she did was pull apart the 80. 8 times 10 equals 80. So it's the same problem. Alright, how about 5? Andre says that 4 times 27 is the same as 4 times 3 times 9. Do you agree or disagree? Explain. And the answer here is also agree. Because 3 times 9 equals 27. So again, all Andre did was break apart 27 into some easier numbers to work with. All right, good work today. So no independent work because you had the skill check. So nice job. If you're needing help, come check in with your teacher, please. We'd love to help you. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.